understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. So the Ministry of Education have stated that there is no change in the list of textbooks issued in the academic year 2022-2023 for the new academic year 2023 and 2024. And that textbooks should not be added nor additioned at any class levels. So we want to thank the ministry now for doing that. We want to thank them because after coming out of COVID-19, where Trinidad and Tobago was partially locked down, we know families had no jobs and textbook would have been an expensive thing for them. So we want to thank the ministry for coming up with that decision. Gasby Dolly, I believe, is the Minister of Education name. So we want to thank her for making that decision. I won't bash her tonight, but I will congratulate her. Now, in a press release, it stated that the Ministry of Education, in collaboration with iGovTT, is currently engaged in the procurement process for an e-book platform. Further to this, the ministry will commence a review of textbook, including e-book and e-resources, the outcome of which will be used to inform the policy regarding the formulation of schools' book list. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, sir.
Go right ahead, my friend.
No, sir, what kind of country we live in, sir? We are right down here. This would be a fourth or fifth world country. The Prime Minister is jetting away in all countries. You know, one time he went with Cho Chong to Venezuela, come back and talk about drug and field and how we got benefit. We are yet to see what benefit this man gone, and information, you know, that is surfacing is that he's going to sell out the shares, you know, in the methanol plant. This man is all over, and look, people, foothold, this is a foothold country, all over it and protest. So, you know, there's a woman in the San Fernando Regional Corporation use an N-word. Now, what I want to ask is, using a word have more effect than actually practice racist kind of thing? Look at what this government is doing. When they take away scholarship from children and say they are giving bursaries based on means test. You know what is that means test, sir? Is their supporters, they have them living in a certain way that they will always qualify for this means test. You understand? This is more racial than when you utter those language and whatever. You look at all the grants that they are giving out, all is means test, because they have their people set for that. Yes. And that is the most racial answer. It is time that this government are now coming in this budget. Surely they're going to bring property tax. What is it they're doing? Is it to pay for their incompetence? Why can't? Because I don't know if we have an opposition. They are being stymied and stifled in the parliament whenever they want to talk. Look at hypocrisy against, with all respect to our president. Talk for the betterment of people in Trinidad and Tobago. Is it the betterment when you derail Gary Griffith appointment in collusion with the Prime Minister and people is suffering? Is that for the betterment of the people? I hope the Prime Minister, you know, he is not say it's the biggest mistake now. Apparently he is happy because Gary Griffith was reducing crime and he said that was his biggest mistake. Now crime is proliferating. So he made a good choice. Is it that his motive? This man, this whole PNM government is unfit. You tell me one thing in 7 years. Tell me one thing good that they did for this country. Nothing infrastructure. Look today, look, 420 something people have been murdered. What is it they are doing? What is it they are doing, sir? Thanks a lot.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, hear this now. This Prime Minister is the most expensive minister that passed through Trinidad and Tobago, you know. The kind of travels this Prime Minister going on, I was like, wow. The most expensive prime minister we have in Trinidad and Tobago on traveling issues is the Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley. Have you ever sit down in the last couple of days and look at the country he has been to compared to other ministers? Have you ever noticed that? Well, you have the rest of the week to do a little home lesson. The rest of the week. Moving along. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley will travel to Washington, D.C. today, Tuesday, 13th of September 2022, where he will participate in a series of meetings with high-ranking U.S. government officials. The PM is scheduled to attend a hearing of the U.S. House of Representatives Committee on Financial Service on the impact of de-risking on the Caribbean tomorrow. On Thursday, Prime Minister is scheduled to meet with the U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, who will meet with the Action Committee Caribbean leaders. The PM is also the co-chair of the U.S. Caribbean Energy Security Action Committee. Ooh, strong position, eh? The Minister of Energy and Minister in the office of the Prime Minister, Stuart Young, will also accompany the Prime Minister. They recently returned from Switzerland. Energy meetings, to go to energy meetings and security meetings as well. The Minister of Finance, the Honorable Colin Imboud, will act as Prime Minister until Dr. Rowley returns. Just imagine, the Minister of Finance, short man. This short man once told Trinidad and Tobago a couple of years ago, Madam Speaker, the economy is booming. And his colleagues and them were tapping on the desk. A couple months after, Trinidad and Tobago end up in a disaster. I thought the economy was booming for us, the citizens. What happened? That boom turned into a bomb where Petrotrin and refinery workers went home. How many of you remember that? That was the boom. It's not boom, you know. It's bomb. And you know what we say? Left foot, right foot. Great as a P&M. Every Saturday and Sunday, after you make your week work in taxi or PH, you end up by the mechanic, spending the money that you earn during the week at a parts place to fix your car. But who do we call out? Who do we say is great? Great is the P&M for not fixing potholes. Imagine. For the last 2 decades in Trinidad and Tobago, 20 years. No, I lie. For the last 7 years, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago had to patch their own streets. They had to come up with money to buy material to fix the potholes in their community. Say something. Let's say something. I'm waiting for all you. I'm waiting for all you. When children were going to school and getting grants, what we say? Oh, we say Kamala is a drunkard. Oops, I don't say that. But nevertheless. So what are we saying now? What are we saying now? Let's say something now. Even P&M people shame to open them out. Because the mothers ain't had no milk grant for their baby. It's a hand no school grant again for children to buy books and uniform. It's a hand no laptop again to be distributed in school. Let's say something. It's only the facts I bring to all you, you know. That is all I am bringing to all you. Nothing more than the facts. President Parliamentary Weeks have asked parliamentarians to regain the trust and respect of the public in their deliberations. She said citizens see Parliament as a place of finger pointing and less as a place where decisions are taken to positively affect the lives of citizens. The president saying that. The president saying that. The president of Trinidad and Tobago, who hold the highest power in the land, who hold the strongest seat in the land of Trinidad and Tobago, coming out to tell the parliamentarians, hey, y'all pick up on all your act. But the president would not come out and say, you know what? Enough is enough. Oops. Saieed, don't bash the president. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because we have some foolish decisions that came out of Parliament. What did the president do? The president saw it fit to not say anything. Saieed, how you could say something like that? All right, for instance, COVID-19. When COVID-19 first introduced itself to Trinidad and Tobago, where Wade Mark and Tim Gopi Singh brought the first motion to talk about COVID-19 and what strategy and plan does the present administration have for the entrance of COVID-19 into Trinidad and Tobago. What did the House Speaker say? Hey, I don't like that motion and we are not going to discuss it. Where was the president? Oh, you know what happened? I'll give you a reminder. The president ended up changing security details because they were not vaccinated. Oops. Bombshell. Couple months down the road, even though you're vaccinated, you started to get COVID-19. Oops. Who embarrassed herself? Saieed? No, Saieed didn't embarrass himself. The individuals who decided to change their security details for no reason. Now you're standing up and telling parliamentarians, get all your act together. Because the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago looking down at you all, and they are looking at the Parliament as a place where decisions are made to benefit the lives of our people. How clumsy. How foolish. On a time like this, now you come out, what's the word that is used? Hibernation? So you come out of hibernation all of a sudden and you want to make yourself look good. Well, you know what? I'm Trinidad, I am Paula, I am the president, and I have just told the parliamentarians to buck up on themselves. Where the hell were you all the time? Madam President. Oops, I don't say that. You know the president could summon you, but where were you? Where were you when the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago was crying out for help? Let's talk now. Let's talk now. It's Tune It Up Tuesday tonight. As I always say on this program, it have no friend. It have no family. Because wrong Saieed, when you come in, come good, otherwise don't. Don't come at all. I will embarrass you, stink. I don't care who you is, you know. I do business who you are. The other day, a member of Parliament came by me. All the biggie is, Dan, back in your crease. I am Saieed, you are an MP. And when I'm done with him, he never realized Saieed could have stand up to our MP. Let me tell you something. I will stand up to whoever I choose to. And if you decide to cross the line with your power that you have, I will show you a man who is cross line with the power of God. You think I hesitated? No. There's only one Saieed. And I just tell people, don't come wrong me. My workers will see that. Don't come wrong me. I will put you in your place one time. So the president states that the respect. Let me rephrase that statement, Trinidad and Tobago. Let me say the correct thing. The president stated that the respect, trust, and confidence that once characterized the relationship between parliamentarians have been what? Squandered away. All I feel is, listen to this.
Sittings of Parliament see more opportunities for finger-pointing, gallerying, and kixing than the fora for conscientious making of laws that would directly affect and improve their lives. Parliament and its members have long been objects of public derision. People look on at these proceedings with resignation, despair, and worse, contempt. The respect, trust, and confidence that once characterized the relationship between parliamentarian and John Q. Public have been squandered and whittled away, leaving little but disregard, suspicion, and doubt as to the capabilities and motives of those elected and appointed to conduct the affairs of the nation.
All I feel I was joking, you all heard it for yourself. That's what I like. That's what I like. I just bring it to all you. So when all you see it now, all you be like, oh. Don't be surprised. So hear this now. She told both House of Parliament, as they met jointly, that citizen wants parliamentarian to put aside selfish agendas and work together in their best interest. Have you all seen that? Have you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, seen that? Hell no. This one walking out of Parliament, the next one saying, let we take it out on the pavement. Oh, good. That is the action. That is the act of a parliamentarian. Is that the words coming out from your high position to the citizens? So let we take it out in the Parliament, on the pavement. Damn. Mayweek stated that the people in which parliamentarians promise to serve deserve much better. Listen to this.
The people of Trinidad and Tobago, whom you offered and were chosen to serve, deserve better, much better. You promised to bear true faith and allegiance to Trinidad and Tobago, uphold the Constitution and the law, and conscientiously and impartially discharge the responsibilities to the people of Trinidad and Tobago upon which you entered. You made solemn and significant promises to the nation, promises that you are duty-bound to keep and hold in high regard. No dispute or grievance should ever take precedence over your oath and role as parliamentarians and servants of the Republic.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we're going for a commercial break. But when we come back, I will give you the final words of the President of Trinidad and Tobago after this break.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at RealTalk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at RealTalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of RealTalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Saieed Ali on our Tune It Up Tuesday live programming. Remember, we're on Synergy from Monday to Friday with a rerun from 11:30 to 12:30 the next day. Tell your friends, tell your family, and also tell them that Real Talk Credit Union will be where you're getting 2.2% on your savings and 3.5% on a fixed deposit. Tell them that. And if you want money borrow, it's not a problem. As long as you have a little jewelry, gold, you have a vehicle, you have house, you have land, and you're not owing on those properties that you have, come down to a Real Talk group of companies. You love to borrow, but I love to put a smile on your face. I am Saieed Ali and I'm a licensed money lender. So, President Parliament Weeks, she called on persons to present an alternatives to a regrettable status to resolve petty squabble and work together for the benefit of all. Listen to this.
In this our 61st year, it is time to inject some confidence and optimism into our population, not by mere words, but by action. This is a new session of Parliament, a chance for a new beginning, a tabula rasa, so to speak. It is a golden opportunity to offer to our nation, perhaps as an independence gift, fresh perspectives, attitudes, and behaviors as you endeavor to fulfill the oaths you took upon assuming your duties as parliamentarians. Why not use this new session of Parliament to present an alternative to a regrettable status quo? Resolve to put behind petty squabbles and divisions and work together for the benefit of all.
So you see, Trinidad and Tobago, after 7 years of hardship, the Prime Minister, no, my mistake, I do apologize. The President of Trinidad and Tobago came out from hibernation. You see, I will tell you something. She came out in such a subtle way and expressed a speech of condolences. You know why I say condolences? I swear to God, somebody on those teams died. Before she came out being the president and roughed them up, oh God, all these parliamentarians, so again, not that's all I expect the citizens and them to have respect for all, yeah? But no. As my dear parliamentarians, you all need to get your act together so the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago could trust you again. Really? Trust! The Prime Minister said, my government, we are not going to shut down Petrotrain. What happened? What happened? The same bloody Prime Minister who said, I am not going to beg for vaccine for who? For the Jamaicans? For the Grenadians? For the St. Vincents? No! For all the other citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But yet we balling up, jumping in a band, jamming, coming down to election time, and balling, great is the Prime Minister, great is the PNM. When all are getting what? Vaccine? No bloody vaccine for all, yeah, says the Prime Minister. Oh, look, forget that! How quickly we remember when the Indian High Commissioner, all the Prime Minister did was to send a letter. And they will get what? A donation. I am not going to send no letter and I am not going to beg for no vaccine from no country. But you know where they went? They may want free vaccine. They went to the African Medical County, way down in Africa. They took money from the treasury to buy vaccine when they was getting it free. And then you want to come here now and tell me in a press briefing that we, the government, are working for you, the citizen, when you as my leader tell me in my face on a media conference I am not going to beg for vaccine. Let me tell you something. We in Trinidad and Tobago is some idiot. We are dunce head. I am saying it. We are dunce head people. You know why? My government is not going to shut down Petrotrain My government is going to do all it can to make sure that we save you from COVID-19. No vaccine for any begging. Oops, I don't say that. There's a lot of people corny will be marching. Well, I don't care. I don't care. Did you say it? No. The people who you call great as the PNM administration, they said that to you. So you deal with it now. I just reminding you. Before I go further, I have two persons of interest. Esau Sinat Singh. You have a picture of Esau? You have a picture? So while we're waiting for that picture, viewers, let me tell you, all right, Esau Sinat Singh. But man, please get in contact with Real Talk Group of Companies. Please. Thank you so much. And if your phone ain't working, buy a new one. That is what I had to tell you. And I'm looking for Dheeraj Tulsi. Looking cute with the bald head, boy. Dheeraj Tulsi. Here what going on. Here what we're here to do. You knew where Real Talk Group of Company building was located, correct? Now here what I want you to do tomorrow now, anytime during the course of the day, find yourself right back at Real Talk Group of Companies. Don't play you forgetting where they are. Don't play you forgetting where they are. And I would also like to send a shout out to a good friend in Grenada. A good friend in Grenada, Chris Richards. A photo of him? Ah, yeah. So this is a good friend of mine up in Grenada. For those of you who didn't know, over the weekend, you know, normally it have sometimes I just fly out to Trinidad and nobody does know because I don't say nothing. You know, because people always say, oh, Saeed, you always saying you're doing business outside, but Monday to Friday you're on TV. But I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. So I fly out this weekend without saying anything as normal. And put up, Bob Chris. I would like to shout out Chris Richards. Let me tell you something. I went up in Grenada to do some spiritual work for some people. And that man, Chris Richards, and his wife, Daniela Roger, well, she kind of shy for she pretend to be shown on TV. But nevertheless, they are nice, quiet, humble people. I could say that about those Grenadians. Chris took me around in Grenada to make sure that I was safe to and from the hotel I was staying. Chris made sure I was safe. So I told him, I said, my friend, because of the fact that you went out your way to make sure Saeed was safe, I'm going to make you a star on television. He said, Saeed, what are you going to do? I said, don't worry, you're going to see. His wife was a little shy with her picture, but nevertheless, to Chris Richards and Daniela Roger in Grenada, thank you so much for what you have done for me. Thank you so much. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed, and to all the listeners. This is the original imitation vaccine vegan.
My friend, how are you?
I am good, you know.
Talk to me.
I'll be better when I tell you what I want to say. You see, our president, she has lost all respect, particularly from me and a lot of the citizens. You see the murder rate, what is the murder rate today? 419, 420? She has a direct responsibility for that to have basically been mitigated, the amount of murders. She allowed the Police Service Commission to collapse. She allowed a commissioner of police, I believe he's in the deep end, and he cannot swim and he doesn't understand it. So I have to really say She is part of our problem. Okay? So that is all I have to say about her. I'll go and have a nice night.
So much. So Trinidad and Tobago, you all know Real Talk, we just buy and sell vehicles. We do. Trade, loan, we're in the money business, you know. We're in the money business. So there's a Kia Sportage, prestige condition, customized inside, interior as they would say. Now this vehicle is very reasonable. It's a PDD series and it's going for $150,000. That is all it is going for, $150,000. There's also a Mercedes Benz. It's a CLA 180. Now this is the new model Benz, viewers. The new model Benz. It's a PDT. It is now doing 45,000 kilos, prestige condition. That vehicle, my friend, is going for $185,000. Look at this. This is the new model CLA Mercedes Benz. It's $185,000, prestige condition, and it is now doing 45,000 kilos. Also, the Range Rover. There is a beautiful Vogue Range Rover. It's a PBG. It's now doing 32,000 kilos. I went and serviced. The vehicle was serviced, so it was out of our compound for these 2 weeks. Serviced by professionals. 33,000 kilos. That vehicle, my friend, is going for $800,000. Let me tell you something. The van is like new. New. So, Real Talk Group of Company have some vehicles for sale. Those of you interested, you can contact our office, Karen Savannah Road in Shogunas at 238-6716 or 339-1670. Remember, our office open from 8:30 to 4:30. If you call before 8:30, you will not get any of us. And if you call after 4:30, you will get nobody answering the phone at the central office and the south office. So as we continue our program tonight, viewers, it's a little way over break time. So we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, we'll be right back to discuss. Gasby Dolly is telling parents not to blame themselves or to be ashamed to send their children to the remedial class being provided to students who underperformed. When we come back, we're going to discuss that.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Shogunas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Shogunas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Ministry of Education, Nian Gasby Dolly, is telling parents not to blame themselves or to be ashamed to send their children to the remedial classes being provided to students who underperformed in this year's SEA exam. And I have also told parents Do not quarrel with your child. Do not buff your child because they did not score 10 points when they're supposed to score 20. No, they were home. The full attention of the teacher to students were not directed to them. Because on many occasions, they had problem with internet, teachers not in class, on camera, all sorts of nonsense. Because my son who was who had to do online, boy, you talk about problem, take a teacher with internet and all kind of things. But nevertheless, this is what Gatsby Dolly had to say.
First, I want parents to release themselves from the burden of blame, because the shame sometimes comes from blame. And we have to understand that this is a global phenomenon. And we are not the only country that is offering makeup opportunities for our children. When there is the offer of private examinations in January, let's say, these are generally patronized by persons who may not have achieved what they expected to in their usual examinations. And there certainly is no shame in that, because you see many people taking out that opportunity. And so what I want to say to parents, first, release yourself from the blame. This pandemic was hard on everyone. And many of our children may have performed what we consider subpar based on what their potential is. But this was the best that they could do at this time based on the challenges that they faced.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, she said to parents that even though it is disappointing in some cases, there is a worse shame involved when children who are misbehaving gets law enforcement involved. Listen to this.
So I want to say to parents, it is disappointing in some cases, it is frustrating in some cases, and yes, you may feel embarrassed, but there is a worse shame involved in an adult who is underprepared to take care of themselves. There's a worse shame involved when we have children who are misbehaving, and then you have to get the law enforcement involved. So let's not allow ourselves to take the disappointment and the blame and the shame and allow that to prevent us from allowing our children to get the benefit of what is offered to them.
I always tell parents, take your time with your children. They are the ones that help you later on. So hear this now. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed have stated that there is enough people to address concerns of lack of stationery and furniture for members of the Commissioner of Inquiry. Hey! I hope he's talking about parliamentarians. Speaking at the start of the Commissioner of Inquiry last Wednesday, Chairman Jeremy Lynch, KC, complained that the commission work was being hampered by lack of basic resources including pen, paper, scanners, internet connection, office furniture and staff. Listen to this.
I do not know if the Honourable Keith Rowley is now sitting on the floor as a result of having his offices plundered, but the fact is we've got somewhere to sit which makes up for it in some way. I await with some considerable concern for pens to write with, paper to write on, printers to print on, scanners to scan with, the internet to connect to. The upshot is that we are falling behind, and I wish to emphasize that it is not the responsibility of any of those who are sitting here on this side that we have had this slip in timing. I want to assure everyone that we will do everything we can to make up that time.
So you see that? You see that? That was the playback. Now listen to this. Question about complaint during a media conference at the Diplomatic Center in St. Anne's. On Monday, Dr. Rowley stated that those are administrative matter and is sure that there are enough people on the government's payroll to ensure that that does not happen. Listen to this.
I wouldn't pay attention to that at this press conference this morning. Those are administrative matters, which I'm sure there are enough people on the government payroll to ensure that that doesn't happen.
Are you hearing that? So whose job was it to supply pen, pencils, scanner, printers, internet connection, office equipment to the Commission of Inquiries? Who was the person in charge? The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Let me tell you something. I just always say, instead of we going up the ladder, we're going down the damn ladder. Down the damn ladder. Forgive my language tonight. But we ain't getting better. A commission of inquiries where 4 people died. And you gonna tell me the chairman has to come out and complain? And we want to bring our first world country laws in our own third world country. We want to go digital when we have Miss Data who ain't no about a damn connection for internet. Oops, I don't say them thing. My job is to bring the facts and the truth to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. That is why I don't ask for funding, because they're going to try to chain up my mouth, and they're going to try to twist my tongue, and they're going to try to muzzle me. So here it is. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali is warning that unless investment are secured, declining natural gas levels could have dire consequences for the future of TNT economy. Where is Stuart Young? And Stuart Young said we have a good economy. We can supply Caribbeans. We can supply other countries with what? With what? Natural gas. Didn't he say that a couple months back? Or listen to this video.
If we do not make the decisions that are to be made now and the investment that are to be made now, the diagram shows that by 2026, 2027, 2028, the levels of gas that would be available in Trinidad and Tobago, if no new improvements are had, will have far-reaching consequences for government revenues and, by, I dare say, for the quality of life of all the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And that is why a delegation from this country led by the Prime Minister, including the Minister of Energy, could have and did sit down with those who are able to make those investments and hold out to us the prospect of finding new sources so as to maintain our production levels, our revenue levels, and our standard of living. If we sit idly by and wait for something to happen in our favor, it is quite possible that certain decisions which are critical to us may not be made in our favor. They may be postponed, shelved, or abandoned completely.
Trinidad and Tobago, we are out of time for tonight, but there is a video I will start off tomorrow program with concerning securing energy future in Trinidad and Tobago. I am Saieed Ali. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali, which is being aired on Monday to Friday on Synergy Network from 7 to 8 p.m. with a rerun the next day from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. Remember, look at us. Until we meet again, good night.